Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers as it concerns Russell Westbrook and the trade that went down today when it came down to the Lakers pulling off a trade with the Washington Wizards to get Russell Westbrook, bringing him back to LA to play for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I just want to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions about the results of the trade and my opinions about just everything surrounding the Lakers and the combination of, the trio really of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and now with Russell Westbrook with the Los Angeles Lakers. But before anything, like always, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share my videos all over Facebook, Twitter, all the good social media stuff. And of course, like always, please be sure to like my page on Facebook, ZSPN, and also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ZSPN. I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this video so you guys can check out my social media sites. And of course, subscribe to the channel, ZSPN. Make sure to hit that notification bell because, guys, there's going to be some news coming out when it comes to the Lakers, because next week is the NBA free agency. So make sure to hit that notification bell so you will know about everything that goes down about the Los Angeles Lakers and potentially building a team, a championship team in the making in the 2021 and 2022 season. So make sure you do that. I really do appreciate it. So, guys, just getting into the trade that went down, the Los Angeles Lakers getting Russell Westbrook in the trade with the Washington Wizards. Just want to get into the details of this finalizing trade that went down, and obviously it's official. Russell Westbrook is with the Los Angeles Lakers. I made a video about my reaction of this report. At that time, it was just nearing to a deal, but all indications were showing that, a deal for Russell Westbrook to come to the Los Angeles Lakers was already there. It was already going to happen, but, I'm giving you all my detailed report of the trade that went down between the Lakers and the Washington Wizards, that obviously, getting Russell Westbrook, one of the best point guards in the NBA, a superstar, former MVP, Mr. Triple-Double himself in Russell Westbrook, coming back home to LA to play for the Los Angeles Lakers. So according to Shams Charania from The Athletic, he basically put out the details of the trade that went down with the Los Angeles Lakers and the Washington Wizards. I said the gist of it in my last video, but this is more detail about how what the Lakers got more in the return, with not just getting Russell Westbrook, but getting some draft picks, part of the future second round picks in the trade. According to the reports, the Washington Wizards are receiving Kyle Kuzma, KCP, and Montrezl Harrell, and the 22nd overall pick in this year's draft of 2021. And the Lakers receiving Russell Westbrook, and the last time I checked, I think they're getting the 2024 second round pick, and they're getting the 2026, or is it the 2028 second round pick as well. So, the Lakers are getting some assets, part of that trade for Russell Westbrook. But, some people may be a bit salty when it comes down to this trade. I was just watching just recently with Lakers Nation with Trevor Lane. He was actually expecting maybe the Lakers getting the 15th pick, overall pick in this year's draft that the Washington Wizards owned. But it just wasn't the case. They didn't agree on it. So obviously the Lakers accepted any sort of way to get Russell Westbrook to join with LeBron and Anthony Davis on the Los Angeles Lakers. And they got second round picks as an asset, if you will, moving forward, with potential maybe using them or maybe packaging them in future trade packages. But, guys, I already gave my reaction when it came to the Lakers trading Russell Westbrook. Obviously, Some people may disagree with it because, the Lakers should have went after shooters instead. That's why Buddy Hield was one of those type of examples where the Lakers could have gotten him because he would have been an automatic great fit with LeBron and Anthony Davis because he brings that shooting. He shot 40%, so obviously with the playmaking ability that LeBron brings to the table, as he's been doing for the past couple of years now with the Lakers, he just would have fit very well with the Lakers if Buddy Hield would have been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. But guys, there's a silver lining into this trade. We're getting Russell Westbrook, a scorer of his own, former MVP, and guys, he's just one of those type of players that you just don't pass on. I mean, this guy does bring a lot of things to the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, personally, I love this trade. To be honest with you. It's just a perfect fit for the Los Angeles Lakers, okay? You're having 3 superstars in one team, and, just has that ability to carry the load for you when it comes to a star who is being out. That's what Russell Westbrook will bring to the table for the Los Angeles Lakers. I said it in my last video. He would just carry that load for the Los Angeles Lakers when it's all said and done. And, it was just a great move. A great move by the Los Angeles Lakers to get Russell Westbrook to the Los Angeles Lakers, bringing him home to LA. And it's just, it was just a great move by their end. Now, shooting wise, he is not really that accurate. I might be mistaken. I think he shot like 30% from the 3. I might be mistaken with that number, but he's more of going to the rim and attacking the rim type of player. He's a scorer, okay? And he can obviously do a lot more things than just scoring. He can pass the ball for you. He can grab rebounds for you, mid-range shots that he's elite at when it comes to shooting mid-range shots. I mean, shooting wise at the mid-range, he is perfect at, but shooting from the 3, it's not really there. I think he shot, as I mentioned, 30%. I might be mistaken with that number, but he just brings that to the table. And I just think, guys, that this is just a great moment for Laker fans to witness, okay? For many years, Russell Westbrook has always been in the rumor mill of potentially being traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for many years ago. I mean, there was a time that, that I made a video about that, and, I believe it was like one of my videos when I started on YouTube back in 2016. So, Russell Westbrook has always been in there, in that rumor mill, to join the Los Angeles Lakers at some point. And finally he did. And I think Laker fans, later on, a couple of days, need to get used to the idea of Russell Westbrook joining the Lakers. So I personally, guys, I love it. I love the idea of him going to the Los Angeles Lakers, teaming up with LeBron and Anthony Davis. And, it just fits. I honestly think it will fit, and some people think it won't. I personally think it will because of the chemistry that Russell Westbrook will bring to the table, and LeBron James just loving his attitude and loving his style of play. I think it will fit well with LeBron, and especially with Anthony Davis. I think it will help out with Anthony Davis because there was a time that they were going to team up anyway someday, and I believe I saw a report that they were going to team up with the Lakers at some point, but now it's a reality. It's a reality now, and now they're teamed up. So it will fit, and I really can't wait to see that from the Los Angeles Lakers going into the new season, and I just really can't wait for the free agency market to start lining up for the Lakers. With this type of move, it's going to open the doors for many players to wanting to join the Los Angeles Lakers because of this move that they made. Players like Carmelo Anthony could potentially join the Lakers. And you never know. I mean, there could be some high-level type of player who's out there who's saying, you know what, I'm going to take less and join the Lakers. I mean, that type of scenario could potentially happen when it's all said and done. So I just really think that with this move that Rob Pelinka made to get Russell Westbrook to the Lakers would open the doors for the Lakers to get players to join the Lakers, and there's going to be a lot of priorities when it comes to getting players in free agency. Shooters will be the top priority, and also a 3-and-D type of player that the Lakers will look at as well. And I just had a conversation with a good friend of mine. I knew him since 6th grade. Shout out to Javon Brooks. He's just one of my good friends, and we still connect to this day, and I really appreciate the friendship and basically the brotherhood that me and Javon had back in the day. But just shout out to Javon Brooks. He basically brought up that the Lakers will be needing to look for 3-and-D type of players, and I agree with him. I think the Lakers will do so. It just sort of depends on who will they target as that 3-and-D type of player. So we just have to look forward and see what the Lakers will do with that. But Rob Pelinka has another objective to pursue in free agency, and that is to get shooters, 3-and-D type of players, and also defensive players. Potentially maybe Andre Drummond will consider to get a veteran minimum to join the Lakers, re-sign with the Lakers. You never know. So with this move that they made, so it could potentially entice him to join the Lakers again. So we just have to see. There's a lot on the Lakers' plate when it comes to everything that's going to happen in free agency. And like always, I will deliver you all everything that goes down when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers and potential free agents. That's going to begin next week, I believe on August 2nd. August 2nd or August 3rd. It sort of depends on how negotiating will be when it comes to the Lakers and certain players. We just have to see. And I will deliver you all everything that goes down when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share my videos, and please give me your thoughts about the Lakers and the trade for Russell Westbrook. Do you think it's a good move on their part, or do you think it was a bad move? I mean, personally, guys, I think it was a good move. Okay, we should just move on and just witness what we got in Russell Westbrook, and just imagining the combination of the combination of the great fit that will be with Russell Westbrook alongside with LeBron and Anthony Davis. So, and him carrying the load if somehow, as I mentioned, that LeBron will be, potentially out if he needs to get a rest or two. And same goes for Anthony Davis. He will carry the load for the Lakers as being a scorer and just, bringing all the combination of being a rebounder, a good defensive player, and, just a playmaker. So it is going to work, and I really think it will. And I just really can't wait for next season to see, this big three in LA to just lit it up next season. I just really can't wait for that. So guys, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and please comment down below, give me your thoughts about the trade. And like my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this video so you guys can check out my social media sites. And of course, subscribe to the channel, like my podcast on Anchor, ESPN, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.